Welcome, everyone, to the league. It's week two, and week one showed a little bit of surprises, you know, but everything pretty much went as you'd expect in week one, aside from a couple outliers here and there. Um, yeah, so obviously, after 1 week, the standings are going to be not really moving too much, but we got the Finesse and the Cavaliers in the West, Tiger Sharks and the Gorillas in the South, and the Rune Dogs and the Dumpster Fire, or whatever the fuck they're calling their team this week, in the East are all 1 and 0, and everybody else is obviously 0 and 1. So, yeah, let's get into the power rankings. Yeah. So, coming in at number 12, we already know who it is. It's your boy, Sam, and the Miami Cartel. They got their ass whooped last week. Couldn't even put up 64 points against the Rune Dogs, who put up 156. So almost got beat by 100 last week, and it's not looking too good for this team. I mean, they're gonna really need their first pick, you know, Malik Neighbors. He had 5 catches, 66 yards, so it's pretty solid. Um, but the Giants, I mean, are the Giants, and you know they're fucking trash. So it's gonna be tough, I think, for him to get some looks and everything. But who knows? Maybe the cartel can not, maybe they can finish. I don't know, more than 4 wins. That'd be pretty good for them. We'll see. Coming in at number 11, you got the SC Titans Elite, and last week, they lost in a heartbreaker to the new Cameron Cavaliers. They thought, they were gonna beef up and try and welcome the new coach into the league with a low scoring, of course, Joe Ball type of loss, and didn't happen. Did not happen. Cavaliers pulled out a uh, a field goal win, and yeah, it's got to be tough for the Titans elite to lose to a team like that because it's basically Tebow's old squad, and usually, Joe would come out on top on those, but we'll see. This team is not that bad, but it's I yeah, it's not good either. Coming in at number 10, you got the French Quarter Quailmen, and man, only 106 points against the Tiger Sharks, though, who came out and just fucking put the bang thing on them, beat them by a few touchdowns. And yeah, this team, again, it just lives and dies, by Herbert and Bijan Robinson, and really Stephon Diggs has been the backbone of this team for years. Um, but now it just it's getting a little long on the tooth, just a little bit on the squad. But who knows? Right now, meh, not looking too hot. Coming in at number 9, you got the Vietnam Voyagers. Last week played the LA Finesse, couldn't even score 100 points, um, and lost 125 to 97. And Jordan Love got injured. You know, um, who the fuck else got injured? Puka got injured, is now on IR. Jordan Addison got injured and is now out this week for sure. Maybe next week. Who knows? I mean, the Finesse brought the fucking big bangs in this game, and really beat the shit out of the Voyagers like it was Blitz out here, just fucking putting injuries on them, the whole game. But excuse me. But yeah, Voyagers drop down. They have to play the Titans Elite this week, so not really many people are going to be tuning into that one since it's going to be a late game, and I mean really late. It's going to be in Vietnam, so not many people are going to tune into that. So Yeah, whatever. Anyways, coming in at number 8, you got the Cameron Cavaliers. Last week, again, took the win over the SC Titans Elite, moving up a few spots here in the power rankings. But again, they have more to prove this week as they take on the LA Finesse. So we're going to keep them here at 8 and hedge our bets, not beef up, the Cavaliers too much on their first week. Coming in at number 7, rounding out the bottom 6, is the Midlands Mothmen. And thank you, P-Man, for sending me that file because now I can do this and it makes it look, I guess, better. We'll see. Um, yeah, Mothman, tough one last week. They only lost by 9 points to the reigning champs. Just couldn't really bring it in there. They didn't get shit out of their number 1 overall pick. Marvin Harrison Jr. only got 1 catch for 4 yards, but I expect him to get peppered with targets this week. Only 3, you know, and they're probably trash coming from Baby Yoda, so who knows. But yeah, Mothman dropped 1, but they're not this bad of a team. We'll see them rise up in the future. Coming in at number 6, you got the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks with a big old win over the Quailmen last week, putting up 140 points. Anthony Richardson looks phenomenal. Brees Hall, fantastic. Aaron Jones, a great pickup by this team. Mike Evans has been on the team forever. Kyle Pitts, great. Excuse me, great acquisition. I think it was last year. Actually doing stuff because Kirk Cousins actually does throw to the tight end, but when he throws to anybody else, apparently it gets picked. 3 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown for Pitts. So um, look for that to be a little bit better. But yeah, great showing in week 1 by the Tiger Sharks. They do have a little bit tougher of a matchup this week against the Charleston Trolls, so we'll see what they do here moving in the top 6. And speaking of, coming in at number 5, you got the Charleston Trolls, and they took a loss last week. Couldn't put up 100 points either against the Guantanamo Gorillas. They're gonna look to bounce back. This team is, very very reliant on basically the run games, the short games and stuff like that. All of the players, they're not world beating, type of guys. Yeah, Taylor can break one, but he's your pound it type of guy. James Cook did very, very well. Um, but yeah, this team still top 6, very good. They're gonna keep getting better, but anyways, whatever. Coming in at number 4, you got the LA Finesse taking down the Vietnam Voyagers last week, looking pretty damn good on schedule. Team looked normal. Mahomes doing the thing, Debo doing the thing, and Ford coming out of nowhere doing some stuff. And his linebacker Oluokun, whatever, is again probably the best fantasy linebacker for the past couple of years, straight linebacker. Um, and so doing the damn thing for the Finesse, staying in the top 4. Coming in at number 3, though, scored the most points this week. You got the Long Island Rune Dogs. I was gonna put them at 2, but I couldn't let the number 2 team stay at number 3 since that's where they were last week, and I just feel it was and the Rune Dogs played the fucking cartel. Yeah, they put up a shitload of points, but they played the cartel, right? So I can't put them up to 2, but I will move them up to 3. And they looked fucking ridiculous last week. Saquon had an insane game. Maybe that was just first game stuff. Cooper Kupp doing Cooper Kupp things, and but the main thing here, this is definitely an outlier game. I mean, the kicker, Jake Moody, got 27 fucking points as a kicker. I think, second, which is ridiculous. So you make that a normal scoring, and she still scores. She still puts up 140. So still an ass whooping here from the Rune Dogs, looking really good. Coming in at number 2, you got the Guantanamo Gorillas taking on the Charleston Trolls last week. and just looking solid. This team's very has been built together over the last few years. It had a huge spike in productivity a few years ago, and then it kind of stagnated for a year, and now it's finally all kind of the plants are finally starting to blossom on this team, and is starting to show the fruits of Coach Smar's labor. And except for Koo, I don't know what's going on with that relationship. Are you guys gonna just can you just get fucking married already or break up, man? One or the other. I don't care which. But yeah, the rest of the team is is very it's very well put together and very solid. Coming in at number one, you got the Columbia Dumpster Fire, or whatever the fuck their team name is. I don't know. Whatever. They took down the Mothmen last week, in a pretty close one, looking damn good. However, McCaffrey is going on IR, and not that that really matters too much. you know, doesn't really matter too much because this team still put up 130 while starting McCaffrey, who scored zero because he didn't fucking play. So I don't think it really matters for the dumpster fire. I don't think they give a shit. The depth that they have on this team is fucking insane. So I don't think they really care. It sucks that they're losing their best guy. They're ace in the hole, as you would say, but they're still going to be a very, very, very solid team even without CMC. So, hmm. Let's get into the matchups. Matchup number one, you got the SC Titans Elite at the Vietnam Voyagers, both coming in at 0-1. And again, this is why this is the first match on the list here. It's no one's really going to tune in. It's in Vietnam, so it's just too late. It's not a big primetime game. It's early on in the season. It's Joe Ball, so it's probably going to be low scoring. So here we are. But at the end of the first quarter, it is the Voyagers 26-5 right now at the end of the first. Devon Achane, correct? Yeah, Achane. I still think it should be Achane, but whatever. Achane got 26 points, and Tyreek only got 5. So that was a big time matchup for that one because, or for this matchup, because it was kind of, who's going to get fed in that Miami offense, and then Tua's out for who knows how long. And who knows how that's going to affect both of these players, but we'll see in the coming weeks. But as it stands now, this game should be the Voyagers by about three scores. So we'll see. Matchup number 2. We got the Guantanamo Gorillas at 1-0 going on up to play the 0-1 French Quarter Quailmen. And right now, at the end of the first low-scoring game, it is the Guantanamo Gorillas up 5-0. I guess they just got a safety and a field goal here from Kincaid. Pretty solid. And yeah, and I always think the fucking scoring is weird in fantasy. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but it's weird. Like, a high-scoring game, but I understand the points they're not going to translate perfectly over. You know what I mean? But I wish, like the average points scored last year in the NFL, the highest team was, I think, 30 points per game. The lowest, which I know was the Panthers, were 13.9 points per game. With that spread, and then applying a percentage-based value on that to the highest scorers last year for this league and the lowest scorers, it comes out to about 75% more points in fantasy, like real world points. You know what I mean? So say, if one team scores 1 point in fantasy, they would score almost 2. What I mean is, like, I wish there was a way that we could fucking just pretty much take away 75% of all the scoring. So then instead, last week, instead of having the Rune Dogs, beat the Cartel 156 to 64, applying this like percentage decrease thing, they would have won 39 to 16, which is still like 39 to 16. That's like an ass fucking whooping in the NFL. So I did that with all the things, but it still doesn't really come out perfectly. If a team gets their ass whooped, like the I guess the deviation or percentage based values or whatever, it starts to just kind of skew when it gets really low or really high. It gets really, really weird. So I wish we could apply that to this league, but I don't think there's a way. Could do like a test run or some shit. Anyway, sorry to go off on a tangent, just thinking about that. Matchup number fucking 3. You got the LA Finesse at 1-0 playing the 0-0 Cameron Cavaliers. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. The 1-0 Cameron Cavaliers. Yeah, this is a very important matchup for the Cavaliers to kind of hit the ground running, as you would say in the West. Right now, at the end of the first quarter, it's just the Finesse pretty much up 7-0. So just a touchdown, low scoring game right now. It looks like the Finesse, though, are going to pull away, and they should win this game, but who knows? Let's see what Coach Chunks can bring up here. Matchup number 4. You got the Charleston Trolls at the Tampa Bay Tiger Sharks. And at the end of the first, it is 28-2 Trolls. So Trolls are kind of leading the way right now, and it does look like they should keep that lead. Hopefully the Tiger Sharks didn't, mess anything up. They are wearing their crazy uniforms today. They got the blues on. And funny thing, when I was looking, because Rico made this logo, or whatever he did, generated it, whatever he did, and sent it to me, and it had this blue on the outline. And I was wondering what the actual name of this fucking color was. And so I put it into a color picker thingy online of the exact, HTML color hex code, not the hex code, but the other code. And it's called fucking, whoops, that's the wrong damn thing. It's called Riptide. So like a Riptide blue or green, which is hilarious and perfect color for this team. Riptide green, Riptide blue, I don't know, but I like it. I love it. Want some more of it. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. So they're wearing their Riptide blue jerseys today, hosting the Trolls, but right now they got to come back on their hands. Let's see if they can do it. Let's get into the rivalry game of the week. You got the 0-1. Midland's Mothmen at the 0-1 Miami Cartel. And yeah, there weren't very many rivalries this week, which is very weird because we are in division play. So you would think almost all of the in division games, weeks 1, 2, and 3, and 12, 13, 14, or whatever, are gonna be more rivalry games, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like this week, it's just like, all right, we got P-Man and Sam, big rivalry. Yeah, they're fucking, yeah, man. They go at it all the time, So it's kind of a weak, a weak lineup this week when it comes to rivalries and bad bloods and all that stuff. But I think that's all going to come to a close next week, because I think next week is some crazy matchups. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. But both of these teams are 0-1. The Cartel are garbage. And the Mothmen are pissed off from getting pissed on last week by the Columbia dumpster fire. As it stands, it's right now at the end of the first. It is 7-6. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. It's a low-scoring game. But yeah, as it stands now, the Mothmen should be able to pull this one out in the rival game of the week. But who knows? Cartel, if they can pull out a huge upset win, maybe they can do something this year. But who knows? Matchup number 6, aka the game of the week. You got the Long Island Rune Dogs, who put a fucking hurt on the Cartel last week, and the reigning defending champs, the Columbia Dumpster Fire. And at the end of the first quarter, it's just 9-0 Dumpster Fire, so nothing too crazy. But the line is still saying that the Rune Dogs are going to win by a couple of touchdowns, which is very surprising. Josh Allen did not do too well in the first quarter, and he was taken out. So we're going to see what happens the rest of the game here. But, man, Rune Dogs, I don't want to call them underdogs because that sounds so... They're kind of the underdogs every year, no pun intended. You know, it just seems like they're there every single fucking year. But here they are again, but they look strong. They look healthy this year. That's the one thing that they need. They have not been healthy, and they're finally looking pretty damn good this year. So someone to look out for. And if Rune Dogs start off 2-0 over there in the East, it's going to be a crazy wild ride. But yeah, let's get on to the predictions. Thank you so much, Graydon, for getting the picks in this week. I went 4-2 last week. I fucked up on my pick over the Finesse and picking the Trolls over the Gorillas. All the other picks I got correct. So 4-2, it's okay. I started 5-1 last year, but 4-2 is not too bad. Graydon's picks. He's got the Voyagers over the Titans Elite. He's got the Gorillas over the Quailmen. He's got the Finesse over the Cavaliers, the Trolls over the Tiger Sharks, the Mothmen over the Cartel, and the Rune Dogs over the Dumpster Fire. Pretty much almost all chalk for the most part through all of these. You know, that Quailmen Gorillas game could be a little closer than we anticipate. The Voyagers, Titans Elite game could be closer than we anticipate. Joe Ball, but really it's just chalk all the way down, except, the Rune Dogs, Dumpster Fire, pretty much coin flip there with those two powerhouses going at it. But yeah, I like these picks. Next week, Matt has got the picks. Going to be very, very interesting to see what he can come up with in week 3. But for the first time this year, let's get to golf. So, after 1 week of golf, Mandy sits atop the leaderboard at 3 under par after day 1. Chunks, in his first ever fucking game, or first ever hole, gets an eagle. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad there, Chunks. And if Chunks, if you're watching this and you're thinking, what in the fuck is golf? Well, Chunks, every week when the weekly report on Sleeper comes out, not the one that I send, but the Sleeper one, and it gives best quarterback, best running back, worst team, all that kind of shit. Those are turned into birdies or bogeys, right? So if you got best quarterback of the week and best running back of the week, that's 2 birdies, but then you get, say, fucking running back bench warmer of the week. That's a bogey, right? So then it cancels out, so then it's only 1 under. And then at the end of the year, whoever has the lowest score, just like golf, wins. All right, so you kind of want guys that make big splash plays and and shit that can just kind of blow up, any given week, and pick the right team. You don't want to, if you start a bad or suboptimal lineup, then you're going to get burned. So you want to be able to pick the correct guys every week that you think are going to go off, I think, to do well in golf. But it's kind of just luck, but whatever. If you win, you do get the goal line Stein. I'm kind of curious as to where the fuck that thing is. If someone could let me know, that would be nice, because I wonder if Tebow still has it, because we need it, because someone needs to be able to carry it around. Last year, who the fuck won golf last year? Was it Dan? Who the hell won golf? Where the hell's my golf picks? Was it Hunter? I think it was Hunter. No, it was Matt. Matt won golf last year. 17 under par. Oh, yeah, because Hunter fucked up and didn't record his shit last year. And he fucking lost because of it. Yeah. But, whatever. So, Matt is the current champ. He finished at 17 under par last year. And Rico got last at 12 over par. So, yeah. Anyways, that's golf. And that's the video. Happy birthday, Rico. I know it's a couple days late, but Tiger Sharks got that dub. And they're going to look out and go and get another one against the Trolls. Good luck, everybody. Good luck this week. And, yeah. Okay, bye.